Alright folks, welcome back to another video right here on Jason's Wrestling Channel. I was watching SmackDown last night. I happened to see that Lex Luger is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Yes, he's done a lot in his wrestling career. And yes, he does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to say he doesn't, because that would be a lie if I say he didn't. Let's talk about his wrestling career and what he's done for the business. Lex Luger started out in the NWA, and he was the total package Lex Luger. And he won the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. And then it became WCW in the 90s. And he won the WCW World's Heavyweight Championship. And then he went to the World Wrestling Federation and became Narcissus. And he had Bobby the Brain Heenan as his manager. And if you don't know what Narcissus was, he came out with 3 mirrors, and there were people looking. He would be looking at himself in the mirror, basically, and he'd be posing in the ring. So then he eventually became made in the USA Lex Luger, because he slammed Yokozuna on the USS Intrepid. Yokozuna was celebrating his win of the World Wrestling Federation title on the 4th of July. And Lex Luger came out and slammed him. And then they had a bus that take him around the country called the Lex Express. And it was really popular. People liked the Lex Express. Everywhere he went, he would ride the bus. And then he wrestled Yokozuna at SummerSlam 93, but they had a stipulation in the contract that said if he lost, that he would never get another title shot. So he went along with it, and he also had to wear an arm brace on his arm, because he had a metal thing in his arm from motorcycle accidents. So then Yokozuna ended up getting counted out. Lex Luger won the match, but he didn't win the title. So then he told Vince McMahon that he was with him and that he had his, he was wrestling without a contract, basically. Vince McMahon took him at his word. So then Luger ends up on Nitro one day. And he basically screwed Vince McMahon over. And he wrestled in WCW, and he was feuding with Hulk Hogan. And I guess he got out of character, and Hogan told him about it. Hogan told him, you don't get out of character with me out there, you're taking money out of my pocket. Luger goes, "Oh, sorry, sir, I didn't mean to do that." Luger still didn't win the WCW title against Hogan when he was good. Luger won it when he was heel, when Hogan turned heel. When Hogan started the NWO, they had a match. Luger ended up beating Hogan for the title, but it was only for a couple days. And Hogan would win it back later on, like within a week. And then Vince Russo came and paired him up with Miss Elizabeth. Now, according to what Luger says, which I don't believe half the stuff he says, because a lot of stuff is a lie. I've read his book. he says that Vince Russo paired them up. He didn't want to work with her in the first place. But then what happened was, because he always thought of her as Macho Man's girl. And he thought Macho Man would have a problem with it. Randy Savage came back with a new girlfriend and gave him his blessing. So then Luger started working with Elizabeth and got her into all kinds of drugs, painkillers. I don't think she ever did that stuff before when she was with Randy Savage. She didn't look like she did. I heard that after her wrestling career, she started acting weird. And she didn't want anything to do with the business, with the people that were friends with her. Because she was tied up at Luger's house. Now, Luger says that he left that one day. And he came back and she wasn't feeling good. And she was leaning over the counter. And he called 911 because we all heard a 911 call. But he couldn't help her. He didn't know how to help her, supposedly. And she died on arrival to the hospital. And she's not even in the Hall of Fame. But Luger's going into the Hall of Fame. Yeah, she was a manager. She managed Hulk Hogan. She managed the Macho Man. Well, she was Macho Man's wife, and then she managed Hulk Hogan. And then she managed Ric Flair. And then Luger. I understand that Luger's currently working with DDP right now to try and get his walking back. Good luck. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. And if you like karaoke, subscribe to Flash Gordon Karaoke 7000. Thank you for watching.